In our coverage today, UN condemns Israeli troop presence in the Golan buffer zone. Assalamu alaikum. This is Muslim News Canada on Muslim Network TV. I'm Aylia Batool. Canada is increasing border security to prevent a 25% tariff on imports threatened by President-elect Donald Trump. Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc unveils a $1.3 billion plan. This plan includes new RCMP drones, helicopters, and surveillance towers to stop the flow of fentanyl and improve border control. A proposed North American Joint Strike Force aims to tackle organized crime and drug trafficking. The plan prioritizes intelligence sharing, enhanced law enforcement tools, and expanded RCMP patrols with 150 new recruits. Advanced technologies like AI-driven drug detection and counter-drone systems are the key features. Ottawa will give the Canada Border Service Agency more resources such as drug-sniffing dogs and chemical detection tools. Despite these measures, whether Trump will back down or not remains uncertain. His return to the White House has already sparked political turmoil in Ottawa, including Chrystia Freeland's resignation over disagreements on handling the tariff threats. Canada's population growth between July and October has slowed to its lowest pace since early 2022. The country's population reached approximately 41.5 million, with an increase of 176,699 people during the quarter. International migration is the cause for most of the growth. The decline of non-permanent residents is caused by tighter federal rules on temporary foreign workers and study permits. This was aimed at easing the strain on housing and services. The net increase in non-permanent residents was the lowest for any third quarter since 2015, excluding the pandemic. Interprovincial migration also slowed, with around 80,000 people relocating within Canada, marking a return to pre-pandemic trends. Mail backlog is sparking chaos as Canada Post workers are returning to their duties after a month. The workers ended the strike after they were promised a 5% wage increase and extended agreements until May 22nd of next year. However, mail delays are expected well into January 2025. Buffalo Airways and Yellowknife is bracing for an overwhelming surge of mail and packages. General Manager Mikey McBrien says logistics will be challenging, especially with Christmas approaching. Canada Post confirmed delays as mail trapped since November 15th is prioritized. New international shipments won't start until December 23rd, and service guarantees remain suspended. While some local businesses supported the strike, Canadian Union of Postal Workers plans to challenge the back-to-work order in January hearings. Despite hurdles, McBrien is optimistic the disruption encouraged more local shopping and vows to deliver gifts to Yellowknife residents before Christmas. In the last 24 hours, at least 38 Palestinians have been killed and 203 have been injured in Gaza. Gamal Adwan Hospital in the north came under a renewed attack. There were also bombardments in central and southern Gaza in supposed safe zone areas. In Deir al-Balah, an Israeli drone strike hit a tent for displaced people, killing 2 Palestinians. Airstrikes in Jabalia Nazla, Beit Hanun, and El Daraj neighborhoods resulted in additional casualties, including a child. Witnesses report 2 fishermen were arrested off the coast of Deir al-Balah. Israel has issued evacuation orders for parts of the Burj refugee camp, citing rocket launches. Hamas says a ceasefire deal is possible if Israel ceased, setting new conditions. However, Israel's defense minister insists on maintaining full freedom to act in Gaza post-war. The UN's humanitarian agency criticizes Israel for blocking aid missions to North Gaza, including turning back 3 food and water convoys. Israel's war on Gaza has killed at least 45,097 Palestinians and wounded 107,244 since October 7, 2023. Israel also faces a genocide case at the International Court of Justice for its deadly war on Gaza. The UN has criticized Israel's continued presence in the Golan Heights buffer zone, which is impacting the UN Disengagement Observer Force's operations. UN spokesperson Stefan Dujarric says Israeli troops and construction in key areas have restricted peacekeepers to just 3 to 5 essential tasks daily, which is down from 55 to 60. UNDOF also reported that Israeli flags inside the area of separation were removed following UN protests. The mission urged adherence to the 1974 disengagement agreement, maintaining the ceasefire between Israel and Syria. The agreement established a demilitarized buffer zone monitoring by UNDOF after the 1973 war. However, Israel has recently escalated airstrikes in Syria and declared the agreement void, deploying forces in the buffer zone. These actions violate Syrian sovereignty and have been condemned by the UN and Arab nations. The UN emphasized the need for safe, unobstructed peacekeeping operations. Israeli forces have fired tear gas and stun grenades to disperse Palestinian protesters. The protest happened in Hebron's Old City in the West Bank. The demonstration opposed the closure of a key road connecting neighborhoods. Activist Arif Jabbar said repeated requests to reopen the road were ignored by Israeli authorities. 4 Palestinians were assaulted as Israeli soldiers searched homes and blocked access. Hebron is divided under the 1997 Hebron Agreement, with the Old City being controlled by Israel and is home to illegal settlers. Residents face severe movement restrictions, while settlers enjoy free access. The military has intensified barriers since hostilities in Gaza began, adding to over 100 existing obstructions. Luigi Mangione, the suspect in the December 4th murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, has been indicted by a Manhattan grand jury. The 26-year-old has been charged with 11 counts, including first-degree murder, second-degree murder, and multiple weapon and forgery offenses. The second-degree murder charges classify the killing as an act of terrorism. Authorities say Mangione planned the murder out of anger towards the U.S. healthcare system's corporate greed. He was arrested in Pennsylvania with a 3D printed ghost gun, a fake ID, and a handwritten manifesto criticizing the healthcare industry. One passage read, "These parasites had it coming." Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg describes the attack as a frightening, well-planned act meant to intimidate. New York Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch emphasized the importance of the indictment in securing justice. Mangione has agreed not to fight extradition to New York. His attorney says he intends to plead not guilty to all charges. That's all from our Toronto studios. Thank you for watching Muslim News Canada. We are a community channel dedicated to bringing you stories you can trust. Please like, share, and subscribe to our content. You can also comment to let us know what you think of our coverage. You can donate now by visiting muslimnetwork.tv/donate. For more content, keep watching Muslim Network TV.